Hey guys, and welcome to today's stream. How is everybody? Hope everyone's well. Wow, we've got a lot of people in the room already, which is absolutely fantastic. Happy Saturday, everyone! Thank you so much for joining. How is everyone? How's everyone's Saturday going? Gonna go through the things. Just turn off the radio going on in the background. So let's talk all things skincare. I've got lots and lots of people saying hello and welcome. So let's do some introductions first. Welcome Patty, FR, Annika, Tuan. Welcome so much. Thank you so much for joining. Tom. LED mask versus dishwasher. We'll get into that in a minute. I think that's a whole different story. We'll get into that later. Marlene, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. DM13, great to see you. Great to see you. Christina, thank you so much. I can't believe how busy we are already. I love jumping on and seeing all you guys, and it's already so busy, which is absolutely wonderful. Chris, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Sarah, great to see you. Cece, wonderful to see you. How's everyone's Saturday going? It has been super chill here. It's been a really nice day where we've just done nothing and been able to chill, relax, and not have to think too much about anything at all. It's just been a relaxed day. I've got my tea on the go. I'm actually trying something totally new. This is like a fruit tea, so I thought, let's mix it up. You know, I always stick with the same thing on these lives. Let's mix it up, try something different. You'll notice it's kind of light here. Here in the UK, it's got so light in the evening, which is amazing, which means when I do these, I can actually do it with natural light. I think the lighting will be a little bit better. It'll probably get dark a little bit, but I think the clocks go back. A reminder to anyone in the UK, actually, the clocks go back to tonight. Yeah, tonight? Yeah, the clocks go back, so we get an extra hour in bed. So that is like a win-win-win. For everyone else in the rest of the world who doesn't do the whole time shift, I'm sorry, but us Brits, we do get an extra hour in bed, which I think we can all enjoy. Iraglobe, welcome. I love Jenny. So lovely to see you. I've got Jenny. Well, I've got you. 1 second. This came in the mail today, so I thought me and Jenny have been enjoying our Beauty of Yosen back and forth for quite some time, and it was Jenny that got me to try the Ginseng by Beauty of Yosen, and I ordered that. Fell in love. I'm going to do like a demo of it, and it'll be featured in my upcoming Korean skincare video that I'm doing in like a week's time. But I also put this on order. This is their Dynasty cream, which is supposed to be like calming, soothing, hydrating, great for oily skin, but also does do some hydration. And I've been really dry at the moment. So yeah, this is the Beauty by Yosen Dynasty cream. In this box, I've also got so many other little I'll give you a little sneak peek. I've been trying this brand as well, which is the Calm 9 Wishes. Do you remember I tried their sunscreen, I think it was? Actually was really good. This is their pH balanced ice cream. So I'm going to give that a go. And I also bought this, which is the Birch Juice. I don't know what it is, but I thought I'd try it. So we're trying out Korean moisturizer this week, but this is the one that I was super excited to try, which is the Beauty by Yosen one, because I love everything I've tried from this brand. Cruelty free, really great. So I thought I'd give a shout out to Jenny, because I know she loves that brand just as much as me. Leah, welcome. Celia, so wonderful to see you, my love. Hope everything's good with you. Anonymous. I love that. I love that tag. I love that name. Keep it anonymous. It's so good to see you. I know, like you say, you haven't been able to make one for quite some time, so it's so great to see you. Thank you so much for joining. And you know, let's see if hopefully we'll be able to get some natural light going as the evenings get longer and longer. I've just put the chickens away. They've been free ranging all day, so I've just put them away so I can sit down and don't have to keep my eye on them. But it's really nice that we've got the natural light, and it just all feels it's definitely been a good weekend so far. After, we're going to go through all your questions, so keep them coming in the chat. Thank you so much to Tom for moderating again. Always does a first class job. So thank you so much to Tom. Straight after this video, this live stream, we've got today's video, which is on tranexamic acid. Because it's a little bit of a short video, I'm trying to do some longer videos and some shorter ones, kind of mix. So let me just see. Sorry, I think it went a bit sketchy there. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so after this live, we're going to go over and talk tranexamic acid, which I absolutely love. So because it's a little bit of a shorter video today, I'm staying on the chat a little bit longer because we've always get so many questions and I never get through them all, which I always feel so guilty about. So we're going to extend the live a little bit today. So you've got me for a little bit longer if you can stay. So Irreglavi says, a little bit of update about your new addition to the family, the new little pupster. She's not shy anymore, which is amazing. Cats and her trying to understand each other. This this happens when I try to mix dogs and cats. I think ultimately the dogs just have to understand that they play second fiddle to the cats and the cats will always be in control. As soon as the dog realises that, harmony is restored. So hopefully it goes really well. But I'm so glad she's settling in, and keep us updated. Let's have a look. We're like 10 minutes in and I've already managed to lose my place in the chat. So this isn't a good start. Be Longing, welcome, I love. And I'm so glad we've got some people that haven't been on the chat for a while, which is really good. So I'm glad that we've got some new faces, some people that are rejoining, which is absolutely fantastic. We hit 35,000 subscribers this week, which is like mind blown, absolutely mind blowing. Which obviously I'm so grateful. If you remember when we hit 30,000 subscribers, we did the typology giveaway, and we still have some unclaimed prizes for that. So I'm going to do a shout out on like a community post. So one last shout out for people to check the winner, because I've tried to reach out to people and message them, and we've still got some unclaimed prizes. What I plan on doing is those unclaimed prizes, I don't want them to be lost, so I'm going to announce it on the Facebook group. We're going to do a little mini giveaway on the Facebook group. So if you're not on the Facebook group, I'm sure Tom will leave a link to it which you can join in the comments, so click on that and join, because we're going to do a little mini giveaway on that, because it's like a little tight-knit group of skincare fangirls over on there. So I thought I'd do it on there, open it up to some more people for any of the unclaimed prizes, because we're giving it a month for people to claim them, and I don't want them to just get lost. I still want to give out those prizes. So join the Facebook group if you haven't already for a chance to be into the next giveaway. BB Sale, welcome, I love. Victoria, great to see you. Molly, fantastic. And Molly has our first question, which is, what are your thoughts on the Versed Guards Up SPF 35, and can I use salicylic acid every day? Really, that's a really good question on the Versed, because I've got some thoughts on that. So when it comes to sunscreens, I don't like the idea that people automatically judge chemical sunscreens on percentages or filters and make their own determination, because the formulation is so important. You can't just look at the percentage of filters and say whether it's good or bad. When it comes to mineral SPFs, it's much more easy to work out because there's only 2 filters and the percentages are pretty standard, and the formulation doesn't matter as much. You can make a little bit of a guess on that. My issue with the Versed one is I don't think the percentages of filters used in it are enough to get that SPF 35. I haven't been able to find any studies on it at all. I'd love to be proven wrong, and I'm quite open to being proven wrong, but I haven't been able to find any studies on that. So that does concern me a little bit, which is why I don't personally use it. Also, I find it quite irritating on my skin, and it's a little bit thick for me. So I'm not a huge fan of the Versed Guards Up SPF at all, and I wouldn't recommend it, particularly if you have oily skin, because I find it quite clogging. But you can use salicylic acid every single day, yes. Just find the right one that works for you, and make sure that you introduce it gradually, because you don't want to use it every day from day one. Build up to it. I use salicylic acid every day on my nose just to keep on top of the blackheads. Works so well. Hilpree, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Cece says, can I mix my collagen amino acids and hyaluronic acid moisturizer with pure vitamin C? You can actually. From the amino acids, you should be fine. You can mix it in the same routine. I wouldn't mix the products together because I think that would be a little bit of a problem. I'd apply the collagen amino acids first, and then I would put the vitamin C on. Maybe buffer it with the product in between. You can use them in the same routine, but I definitely wouldn't mix them together, because I think when you mix the products together, that's when you might come into some problems. But yeah, same routine, absolutely fine. Sarah, welcome, my love, welcome. So Emily W says, hi Rob, I'm interested in tretinoin for the anti-aging benefits. Do you think there is value in starting with an over-the-counter retinol before moving on to tret? I would usually say to people, start with an over-the-counter and work up, because I went straight in for tretinoin. Well, I went straight into adapalene, which is kind of on a similar strength, and I found it very drying and it was quite irritating for my skin. I think it's good to build up to it, and I think it allows your skin to acclimatise. You'll still, when you up the strength to tretinoin, you'll still get a little bit of irritation, but I find it's less if you've already acclimatised your skin. I would start with something super easy, like the retinol from the Inculus, the Indeed Labs retinol, that one's really good. There's so many great ones out there. I would start with them and then I would build up. You can go straight in with Tret, but if you do and you want to just cut that and go straight with Tret9, literally once a week for the first month, then twice a week for a month after that, then 3 times a week. If you build it up like that, and people that think you can shortcut it and use it every single day, you will pay the price. So either build up gradually with a lower strength and build up, or go in with the Tret but start once a week and then build up from there. Even if you've got the most resilient skin in the world, still start once a week because you'll notice it if you don't. Nicole, welcome my love, welcome. Jenny, I'm fabulous. I've got surrounded by skincare. I've got so much going on. The lockdown here in the UK is it was kind of coming to an end a little bit on Monday, which I think is great. We can start seeing family and friends outdoors, which, you know, it's a small change, but it means a lot to people, so that's really good. I've got a lot of skincare that I won't get through, so I've been wanting to gift it away to people, but we haven't been able to see people to do it, so I'm going to be gifting away some skincare as well, which will help declutter this room, and it's just going to be really nice to see people again. I think everyone feels a little bit positive. We also have a heat wave on the way, apparently. It was quite cold today, like sunny but quite cold, but we've got a heat wave on the way here apparently in the UK, so that's something to look forward to as well. How are you, Jenny, my love? Erica, welcome, sending lots of love to Sweden. Elizabeth, welcome, my love. Great to see you, Elizabeth. I hope all is amazing with you. Belonging says, so Belong wants to know the list of where to find the typology giveaway. So yeah, if you still haven't found the typology giveaway, it was in a video where I did on Decium, the ordinary dupes. It was in that video that I linked it. But I'll leave a link in the description box of this video so people can check it out for the one. Because I would still love for people to claim those prizes, but there's still 4 up for grabs. I've done my best to try and contact people. So if you haven't checked it out, worth checking out just to see if you have one, because it's the pinned comment in that description that I think. And I will post it on. I'll post the winners on the Facebook group as well, just in case anyone's missed out, because I'd hate for them to. Ellie, welcome, my love. Nicole says, you asked for a 1-month Incurlist retinol update. This is great. I love your updates because I'm always intrigued how products work with you guys, because my skin's quite resilient, so it's nice to know how things work with other people as well. So you said you've been using it 4 times a week, no drying, peeling or purging, but already seeing improvements in my acne. This is great. Yeah, I think when we were talking about the Tret earlier, I think going for something like the Incurlist retinol and using it quite frequently to really kickstart your retinol journey is a great thing. You will get really good results with a low strength retinol like the Incurlist. You don't need to go in at hard and fast. Particularly for acne, you'll see those results with a lower strength retinol like the Incurlist one. Sometimes we go straight in with the Tret, and I do always think our skin sometimes freaks out a little bit. So it's good to start with something like that. Christy, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Claire, great to see you. Currently getting ready for a virtual hen do. First time I've worn makeup in forever. Claire, this is so funny. I did basically the same thing. I'm just gonna, 1 second. I can see it's buffering. I'm just going to try and sort out the internet. 1 second. Hopefully I've toggled there, so that should make the internet better and won't get any buffering. So sorry about that. The internet is always so bad in this house, like so bad. It's enough to actually make me want to move, even though I love this house. So virtual hen do. Funny story. I went to a virtual baby shower the other day, and I had no idea what to expect. But it was for a friend, and she said dress your best. So I thought, okay. So I ended up wearing a dinner jacket and went to basically a virtual baby shower, dressed up like I was going to gala night on a cruise. It felt so weird to actually dress up for a change, and it was nice. It felt really good. Did my hair, got everything looking. I was feeling like it was just really nice to dress up. So I hope you have an amazing virtual hen do. Get yourself dragged up, looking fabulous, my love, and enjoy it, because I think at some point we're all gonna have to go out in the normal world and get used to actually dressing up again. So it's nice practice. And whilst I was super dubious about going for like a virtual baby shower, like what is that? How does that work? It was actually really good fun. I had a few gins. It was all good. Leah says, do you know what the face theory Eloquate serum is all about? I don't. There are so many products from Face Theory that I haven't tried. I'm working my way through them, so I will check it out, my love, and I'll leave my comments below what I think of it. I might order it as well and just see what it's like, because I love everything. I love everything from Face Theory, but I haven't tried everything yet. Chris says, love the jumper up. Thank you so much, my love. This is my warm jumper because I went in, I put a t-shirt on this morning, sun was shining, went out, was like, oh, actually quite cold, threw the jumper back on. We're not quite into summer yet. Cara, hello, my love, thanks for joining. Victoria sending lots and lots of love to LA. Christine says, hope you're well and having a great weekend. I am, my love. It's been such a great weekend. It's been chill. It's been relaxed. It's been so lovely. I always look forward to these. I was so nervous when I used to do these lives. When I first did them, I couldn't really enjoy them. It was nice talking to people, but I used to be like so nervous. Now I actually look forward to them every single. I wake up on a Saturday morning. I'm like, yay! I get to do the live, set it all up, and it's just really nice to sit down and chill with you guys. So thanks for all of you for being here. Annika, Rob, heart. Annika, heart back. I do think this probably means I'm way behind with the comments, but I'm going to keep powering through because we've got that little bit of extra time today. Hopefully that'll mean I'll get through even more questions. Shelley says, hi Rob, I hope you had a good week. I did, my love. A few more days and we can actually see people in the UK. I know, I am so excited. I use 50 in the AM and the PM. Should I only be using it at night? Well, so there's no harm in using it twice a day. Because it's an antioxidant serum, there's no harm in using it twice a day. I would say it does have a 24-hour mechanism of action. So if, my preference would be to just use it in the evening, and that way you get that coverage for 24 hours. Because it's a bit of a bougie product, I like to drag mine out and make it last forever. You will get marginal extra benefit using it twice a day, so there's no reason not to. If you like the texture, if you like the product, use it twice a day, be my guest. I think if you're looking to stretch it out and minimize your use of it, then using it in the evening is your best option. Belong is, thank you so much. Belong says, hi Rob, beautiful to see you. Beautiful to see you too. Fifth says, hi Rob, I hope yourselves are having a wonderful evening. I am, my love. It's going to be great. I think the sun's setting here. It's a really lovely sunset here, which is all amazing. I've got my new tea. This is, I think it's, I should remember this. It's like clementine, it's orangey, it's quite fresh, it's citrusy. It's actually really nice. So mixing it up a little bit on the tea front, which is great. Tom has just posted the Facebook group, so amazing. Yeah, as Tom says, why not join the Facebook group? I can't believe we're over like 400 and something members now, which is great. I love seeing all you guys interact on there, and I get so many good recommendations. My favourite thing about the Facebook group actually is seeing people's hauls. You know when you get that skincare like package and you rip it open because it's like a kid at Christmas and you're desperate to share it with everyone. I love seeing everyone's purchases and stuff, so keep posting them because they're my absolute favourite. Anton says, does azelaic acid help with redness around the nose? It does. It will definitely help with redness over a period of time, but I think it takes a little bit of time to see those results. So don't expect it to work overnight. Maybe give it 2 or 3 months and you'll start seeing those results. I also think tranexamic acid is a really great way of tackling like spider veins, and if it's vein related, the redness, that could be a really good addition. And today's video straight after this live is on tranexamic acid, so it might be one to look at incorporating into your routine, because tranexamic acid and azelaic acid work beautifully together. They're like the dream combination. So I definitely think there's scope to include both of them if you want to like maximize the benefit that you'll get. In terms of azelaic acids, I would go, if you're looking for redness, I would go something in a serum, because if you go for something with a dimethicone base, a very thick one like the ordinary one, I find you get less benefit from the redness and more for the sensitivity, so I would go for a serum one. Celia says, neck update, 2 weeks after starting PHA on my neck, noticeable improvement. I have multiple scars from neck surgeries and they look much better. Amazing. So I've been really intrigued with, so Celia, it was you that gave me the idea of using the Herbivore Bakuchiol on the neck. I had a bottle of it actually. I hadn't used it for ages and it was out of date, so I've ordered a new one, and it's such a good product because I didn't realise till I actually looked at the I'm so sorry about the internet. I think it's just buffered again, but I think I've connected to the dongle buffer as well, so that should fix it. I'm just going to have to move all my kit downstairs where we actually get good internet. I think this is the only way forward. Next week, we're going to do it in the living room and it'll be so much better. Claire has just destroyed all my hopes and dreams by saying, actually, if the clocks go forward tonight, we'll lose an hour. Great. Thanks, Claire. I mean, I'm glad you said that because I've just told everyone the clocks go back. So everyone ignore me. The clocks go forward tonight, so we all lose an hour, which is great. But it's fine. I'm gonna cope with that and just have a lie and it'll all be good. So thanks for that, Claire, because I would have definitely put my clocks back and then I'd be 2 hours out. Christina says, hi Rob, thank you for those lip colour swatches from Face Theory. There's multiple requests on the Facebook group for the blusher swatches. There are, so I go through on an evening, like my favourite thing to do, just before bed, have a little bit, I go through the Facebook group and answer as many comments as I can, and I have seen the blusher swatches requests. My problem with swatching is I'm not great at it, but I am going to try my best, and also the blushes you need the tiniest amount to really like sheer it out, but I will do swatches. I promise you, I will do swatches. You will see them this weekend, I promise you. let's have a look. Patty says, "Hi Rob, I like to hear how you deal with texture on the skin." This is something that comes up a lot, and I don't personally think you should be using a single product for texture on the skin. I know a lot of people think, right, reach for the glycolic acid, that's all I need, we're all good. I actually would recommend just using a multiple number of products to get the benefits. So your retinol will help, for example. Using a facial oil will help. Using a regular exfoliator will help. All these things will help at the margins, and overall you'll improve the texture. So will your peptides. So I see it as rather than getting a product in your routine to tackle texture, kind of have a whole routine, and every little bit will make a marginal improvement. So I use my retinol, I use my peptides, I use my exfoliator to just really get the best out of it. I also have things like azelaic acid and tranexamic acid in my routine, which will again help at the margins of improving that texture. You kind of do all of these things and you'll naturally see a more smooth complexion and then more even texture on the skin. I think sometimes we double down and think if we've got texture skin, get the strongest possible exfoliator, and that shit actually doesn't work. And I think slowly and using it over multiple products is the best way forward. Sarah says, "Don't the clocks go forward?" Yeah, everyone just ignore me. Just everyone ignore me. I'm an idiot, and definitely the clocks go forward. And I'm sorry to shatter everyone's dreams. And anyone that thought they were in the UK, we're getting an extra hour in bed. I'm really, really sorry for that. We're losing an hour. Amy says, "Hi, I caught the live stream. Yay, I'm so glad you could join us, my love." Annika says, "In Sweden, we're losing an hour." Yeah, Annika, so are we. So are we. Andrea says, "Hi, Rob. Happy Saturday." Happy Saturday, my love. I was wondering if you know a good dupe for the Medicate Crystal Retinol 6 or 10. They're great, but so expensive. They are really expensive. In terms of a retinol at the 6 is equivalent to the highest strength Geek and Gorgeous retinol. So that's much cheaper. So if you want a direct dupe, that's really good. And I find the work exactly the same. The 10 is just stronger than anything else that's available on the market. So there isn't really a dupe as much as I've tried. But I would say probably reach for the Geek and Gorgeous high strength retinol, and that will work really well for your skin. And it doesn't break the bank the way that the Medicate ones do. Sarah says, "Oh, the Dynasty cream, we need a review." Yes, do not worry, I'll be doing my full review in my Korean skincare video, which is coming up. I usually do them like the first day of the month, because I always look forward to filming them, and I normally do one a month. Did March's, so this is April's, and I can never wait, so it'll probably be the first day of April. B. Longer says, "Could you help me?" Oh yeah, we've covered that. So Tom will put a link to the video if we can find one. If we can't find the video, I'll link it below for the winners. Jennifer, hello, my love, hello. Kimberly says, "Hi all, phew, I made it." Kimberly, I'm so glad you could make it, and there's so many new faces as well. So if you're new to these lives, thank you so much for joining. We have so much fun here on a Saturday. Some people make every single one, some people can only make a couple, but you are all welcome. If you want to be every week, we're here at 6 p.m. UK time, and we love to have you here. You can come to every single one of them or dip in and out as you can. They're always replayed afterwards, so it's filmed and then it's up on YouTube for people to watch afterwards. I know some YouTubers do their lives and then don't actually let them be played back. I don't get why you do that. If you can't make it, you can watch it back. Obviously, you can't ask questions, but if for whatever reason you have questions or I miss your question, just leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Leah says, "Hi from London," sending lots of love to London. Would you recommend the Face Theory Pore Bright N10 or the Azoclear for fading dark spots? I personally would recommend the Azoclear teamed with, like, the best combination for dark spots and hyperpigmentation are azelaic acid and tranexamic acid together. So you've got the Azoclear and then get a tranexamic acid as well and use the two together. The video at 7:30 UK time, so in an hour's time, straight after this live, is on tranexamic acid. And I really think using the two has been the thing that's really helped with my pigmentation. If you want to do like a shortcut and you don't want two products, then the Neod Repigment kind of combines the technology of both and would be a great addition as well. But I'd say the Azoclear of the two would help you most. Laura, "Hi Rob, don't turn the clock back, put it forward." Yeah, about that. Lisa says, "Hi love, if the skin gets oilier in the summer, what routine should I change from winter routine? Cleanser, reduce the amount of hydrating?" Yeah, so if you find in summer your skin gets super oily and more breakout prone than it does in the winter, the two things you need to change are your moisturizer and your cleanser, like the bookends of your routine. Everything in the middle can stay the same, but change your moisturizer to a really lightweight gel-like moisturizer and maybe go for a gel cleanser instead of a cream cleanser, and that'll sort it out. This is what I do. As soon as I feel like in spring, like now, my skin starts to feel a little bit oilier, I move to a gel cleanser, which is great, and then I get a lightweight moisturizer and sorts me out, and it's such a good option. Now everyone, I'm gonna have a sip of my tea. So if you haven't already, if you click that like button, we are already at 66 likes, which is amazing. Last week we crashed through 200 likes on the live stream, which was like baffling, and I was so grateful. So thank you everybody that's clicked the like button already. If you haven't, do it now, and I'll just have a quick sip of my tea. So DM13 says, oh, Jenny says, sorry, I just got the Beauty by Yo's and Dynasty Cream too. You see, snap. Sending lots of love, Jenny. We're skincare sisters. We always love the same things, and I can't wait to try it. I've literally got it. I'm going to try it for the first time tonight, and I cannot wait. I've lost my place again when... Oh, here we are. Now we're good. DM13 says, I love the Dynasty Cream and that packaging. I know everything by Beauty by Yo's, and it's just so elegant and lovely, and it looks expensive, but it's not super expensive, so I can't wait to try it tonight. Sophia says, hi Rob, happy Saturday. Been looking forward to it all week. Thank you, Sophia, and thank you for joining, my love. I look forward to these lives every single week. I love it. So thank you so much for joining. Honestly, it means the world. In Arizona, we don't change our clocks. Celia, I'd be quite happy with that. Like, I didn't mind the clock change because I like the lighter evenings and all of this, but it does mess with my brain a little bit, and you know, I would be quite happy to ditch it. FR says, hey Rob, what do you recommend for PIE? I had some nasty foods and I've been breaking out since for 1 month. Yeah, so post-inflammatory erythema is hyperpigmentation that presents as more red than does. It's not exactly the same, but that's kind of like a simple thing. I would totally recommend tranexamic acid, which I'm going to bang on about because I think it's one of the unsung heroes of skincare. Tranexamic acid will work really well, as will peptides will really help, and azelaic acid can really help as well. I think the three of those combined will really help just to eliminate it quickly, and certainly get some great results. Chris is so excited to see the new Korean skincare haul. Chris, I cannot wait to share it. I'm so excited. Skincare Rage says, I absolutely love the Beauty by Jo's and Dynasty Cream. I am so, because of all you guys fangirl over it, I'm even more excited to try it now. I'm gonna have to crack it open and see what I think as soon as this is over. Diana, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Sarah says, where do I put the A pad in my routine? I've just taken Deliver It and I wonder how to use it. First of all, I love that product, so I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. I would put it just with your serums, so it's water-based, so I'd put it towards the start of your serums. In with things like your peptides, it goes really well because it's not a really low pH, so it'll go really well with your peptides at the start of your serum steps after your cleanser. Drew Project says, hi Rob, so good to see you. So good to see you too, Drew. I'm using adapalene for acne, but I would like the best retinol for aging. Would adapalene still be best, or is there better? Have you tried the Face Theory retinoid? So, a couple of questions in there. First of all, I think adapalene works really well for anti-aging and acne. So I'd say if you've got breakout prone skin and acne, then adapalene's probably going to be the best for that and for the anti-aging at the same time. So I think you're doing exactly the right thing, and I'd probably stick with that. The Face Theory retinoid is good. It's a little bit on the rich side, so I'd say it's better if you suffer from dryness when you're using a retinoid, then the Face Theory one is a really good option. If, like me, you're super greasy, I would stick to adapalene. I think it'd be your best friend. Diana, welcome, my love. Oh, I said that. I've read that comment. Sorry, my love. Jenny says, here in Ontario, our clocks went ahead, so we lost an hour's sleep. Yep. You did it I remember you saying, Jenny, you did it a couple of weeks ago. We're doing it tonight. We lose that hour. So think of us when I'll just sleep it off. I'll have my bacon sandwich tomorrow morning, like an hour later. It'll be all good. Ovi says, thoughts on the ordinary Pycnogenol 5%. Love it. Pycnogenol is one of my absolute all-time favourite antioxidants. I think that and Q10 are like my two favourite. It's great because it protects collagen. So if you're looking for an anti-aging antioxidant, Pycnogenol is probably one of the best. And it's super affordable. The only thing I'd say is it's slightly on the oilier side. So if you want to avoid a product that's a little bit on the oily side, then maybe you want to go for something else. But I think it's great. It's hydrating. Such a good product. International Language of Dance says, good evening to you. Sending lots and lots of love, my love. I have a question. Ask away. Do you think it's necessary to use a vitamin C serum alongside the NIOD antioxidant SPF 30? I don't. So I know this is going to sound controversial. I don't think you have to have a vitamin C in your routine. Everyone feels like it's the must. You have to have it. If you've got other things to brighten the skin and you've got other things for antioxidants, I don't necessarily think you have to have vitamin C. You're getting your antioxidant protection from your NIOD. And if you're not worried about dullness in the complexion, I don't think you need to have a vitamin C personally. But I know a lot of people disagree with me, but it can be a difficult ingredient to incorporate into your routine. So I personally think if you don't need it, I would absolutely miss it out. Rita, welcome, my love. Jennifer, this is the first live chat. Thank you for joining, Jennifer. It's so good to see you. We always welcome new members every single week, and it's so good to see so many of you. So thank you so much for joining. Cece says, yes, congrats on the 35k. I know. I saw it and I had to pinch myself because I was like, I cannot believe we hit 35,000 subscribers. It's been a mad month, but in such a good way, and we've got so much to look forward to on the channel. Obviously we've got the new launch of the skincare, which I put the orders in for the final quantities and everything, so that's locked in, ready to go for August the 1st. We've got a new website that's in design at the moment, so I can't wait to share that with you. And a lot of people have been asking, are we going to do pre-orders for the new skincare line? Absolutely. We're going to prioritize subscribers and members of the Facebook group. Because I've ordered a set amount and I don't know whether that's going to be too much or too little. It's kind of really difficult to gauge. So obviously I don't want it to run out before people can get their hands on it, that I think should, before it goes on open sale. So we're going to do a pre-order for the week before for people that want to get their hands on it. And definitely join the Facebook group because I'm going to be doing a little bit of a coupon code. So if you want to save yourself a little bit of money, I've already kept the margins as tight as possible, so it's the lowest price point. Because I don't really like these brands that decide to sting you on the price and every so often do a sale, because I'm like, no, let's just do a fair price from the start. So there is going to be a money off coupon that's going to be exclusive to the Facebook group. So if you don't want to miss out, follow the link. I think Tom's posting the link in the comments. So join us on the Facebook group. You'd be more than welcome. And I will be doing like a coupon code there for like the hardcore fans could do pre-order and get a little bit of money off. But I put the orders in this week, which was so exciting. It's all been shipped to a warehouse, like a secret location in London in July, which is great because I can check the inventory, sort it all out, get everything ready, and then we're ready to launch on the 1st of August, which is both terrifying and exciting at the same time. I just finalising like the shipping bits, and hopefully I'll be able to see some of the production process if restrictions are lifted enough. So I'll be able to film some of the production process for you guys and actually share it with you, because I know a lot of you guys have asked to see a little bit more of the behind the scenes of how it's formulated and how it works. So I can't wait to share that with you. Belonging says, question, I've now got my eye serum from NIOD. Love the fractionated eye contour concentrate, and I wondered if it's okay or good to put a moisturiser over it. It depends if you need it. So it won't compromise the effect, so it's fine. If you want to use it and then put moisturiser on it, you can. Just because it's quite hydrating, work out whether you need that moisturiser. Put it on the eye, give it 5 minutes and work out. If you're still feeling a little bit dry, put a moisturiser over it, fine. I find it's hydrating enough without a moisturiser, but I think it comes down to your own eye and how dry you are in that area. So it's really personal preference. Mojana says, my mother-in-law wanted something affordable for anti-aging, so I gifted her the buffet serum, but it caused irritation. What else could you recommend? Well, there's a couple of things. So I think you're definitely on the right lines with a peptide. The buffet does contain some things which people can find irritating, and they're ingredients that aren't included in the buffet with copper peptides. So actually, upgrading to the ordinary buffet with copper peptides could be a really good option if you were irritated by the buffet. If you want to go for something totally different, then you can absolutely go for any peptide serum. I definitely think you're on the right path with peptides because they're gentle, they don't have that irritation that retinol does, and you'll get some really great results. The enquiries collagen booster is a great affordable option if you want to keep kind of that ordinary buffet price point. I think she's seen some really great results. But the buffet with copper peptide, a lot of people find less irritating than the buffet itself. So that could be an option, but you do have to push the bar up price-wise just a little bit, but it's personal preference. If you want to keep it super drugstore and affordable, then I think the enquiries collagen booster is such a good option. Papula, welcome, my love. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone that's saying congratulations on the 35,000. I don't know how we got here. I do not know how we got here, but I'm super excited, and we are going to do another giveaway at 40,000, which seems a long way off, but we reached like the between 30 and 35 was like 2 weeks, so it might not even be that far off. But I've got a giveaway that I'm teaming up with Face Theory, which I know a lot of you guys absolutely love, to do a giveaway for 40,000 subscribers. So as soon as we hit that, we're going to celebrate with a big giveaway from Face Theory. So already think about what Face Theory products you want. So think of that in the back of your mind. Be longing, so I hope I might have one. I just don't know yet. Obviously, go and check that video that I know will be linking below, because I'd love for people to claim. Let's have a look. BB Sale says, can you use ascorbic acid and sub-Q skin in the same routine? You can. I just would buffer them in between. So it doesn't matter what order you use them in, but make sure there's a product in between. Something like a hyaluronic acid, a niacinamide, a toner, something that just separates the two and balances out the pH of the skin. Marlene says, hi Rob, your skincare launch going August is too far, but I'm holding back to buy the whole package. Thank you so much. It's kind of, we're just working on the final things. The reason we can't, because the manufacturing has a lead time, that's the only reason I can't do it sooner. If the products are pretty much ready to go, they just need to be made. And so now we're just working on like the logistics of the final like pricing and just little things like doing selling them as a set. So I want to do like a set where you can buy all three, and I'd like to be able to give a discount to people that want to buy all three as a set, because I think, you know, I love, as a brand, I love buying to brands that do acknowledge that when you buy more you get a little bit of discount. So it's kind of working out what discount to give for that, how it works into the websites, all like the technical background stuff. That's the only thing that's really waiting. We've got a lot of things that are a little bit time precious, so we're definitely going to launch on the 1st of August. If some of the packaging options aren't ready for the 1st of August, they might be coming a tad later, but I'll be totally honest with everyone when that, you know, when the time comes. So if people do want to hold out a little, like 2 weeks later, and for it, then, you know, people will know, because I want to be totally upfront with everyone. I am so excited. It is going to be amazing, and I just can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it and give your honest feedback. It's going to be fantastic. Diana says, hi Rob, is micellar water and cleanser enough to fully cleanse acne prone skin with sunscreen, or would you recommend an oil cleanser? I love an oil cleanser, and I think an oil cleanser can work so well for acne prone skin, so I do like an oil cleanser, but micellar water followed by a gel cleanser will work really well. You don't need to use an oil cleanser. The micellar water has oil encapsulated in it, so it will break down that SPF anyway. It's personal preference. I like the massage element of the oil cleanser, but it's personal choice. Sarah says, the buffet broke me out, but the Hylamide Sub-Q skin did not. So again, this is another good option. If you find that the buffet by The Ordinary doesn't work for you, Sub-Q skin could be a really great option by Hylamide, and isn't too much more expensive. Hi Rob, I've been waiting 3 weeks and still haven't been accepted in the Facebook group. Yeah, so I did try to send you a message. I think it's because you're on the old Facebook group, and I know Tom's reached out to you as well to try and get this sorted. So it's because you tried to join the old Facebook group. If you go into the new one, which is Mad About Skincare, join that one and we'll accept you straight away. DM13, be long, I don't think the FEC would conflict with any moisturiser. No, I do know a lot of people that use it with a moisturiser. I just find it's moisturising enough, but the under eye area for me isn't particularly prone to dryness, so I don't tend to worry about that, but you can put a moisturiser over it. Rosa says, best sunscreens in the EU. I would probably reach, are you thinking mineral, Lima? Are you thinking mineral or chemical? Because that'll determine which that we recommend. I really like, now Garnier is cruelty free. I think the Garnier sunscreens are really good. Tried, tested, verified, and do the job. They're cheap and cheerful. There's a different textures and different formulations for everyone. So I'd probably just find the best one of that one for you. If you want to keep the price point low, but go for something that is tried, tested, and verified, I'd probably go Garnier. There's so many other ones, you know, you don't have to reach for that one, but they're the ones that I'm trying out at the moment, and actually there's some really good formulations there. Fierce Unbothered, I love that name, says, how do you feel about dual face cleansers, oil to foam in one product? Are they as effective as two products? No. So they're fine. There's no problem with them at all, but it's wrong to think that an oil to foam cleanser is the same as using an oil and a foam cleanser. It's two different steps. So if you want a really effective cleanse, then 2 steps is better than an all-in-one. It's kind of like, I'd say it like, do you remember when you used to do, was that Wash and Go? That's that shampoo brand that had the shampoo and conditioner in one. It was better than just using a shampoo on its own, but it was never as good as using a shampoo and a conditioner separately. It's kind of like that. It is, if you're in a rush and you want one product, it's better than just using one, but it's not the same as using two separately. Have you tried the Pepta Bright from Indeed Labs? I haven't. I haven't tried a lot of new stuff from Indeed Labs for a while. I went through a phase of loving Indeed Labs, and I still really do. I'm really enjoying them, but I want to see. I've been trying out some of the different brands, but I'll pick it up because Indeed Labs are cruelty-free, great price point. I love a lot of their products. I just haven't used them that much recently. So yeah, you've definitely got me on them. I'll definitely try them. Now, guys, I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea. So if you haven't already, now's a great time to click that. We're almost at 100 likes. And we're already 40 minutes in. So that's absolutely amazing. If you haven't clicked that like button, obviously hit it now while I just have a quick sip of my tea. Let's go through. So DM13 says, MHM says maybe you join the first group. This is, yeah, so the first Facebook group was a whole host of Facebook related issues. So we've got a new group, which we're now up to, I think it's coming on to 500 members. So if you make sure you join that one, and the link's been posted by Tom throughout this, so just click on that and join. Leah says, do you have a recommendation for an affordable fragrance-free body moisturiser? I personally would just get a huge... So there's a couple. I love the Ceramed if you can get it. It's really easy to get in the States. It's harder to get here in the UK. That's fragrance-free. It's packed full of ceramides. Hydrates you to the gods. Such a good product. I also really like Superdrug. If you're here in the UK, Superdrug do their own brand. It comes in a massive tub and it's so cheap. Really great, because I think the body moisturisers, straight out of the shower, just lather it on. I like a cheap one that you can just lather yourself up in, and a lot of the drugstore ones are fragrance free, so they've got a really great option. Patty says, I have sensitive skin and I can get away with using only the over-the-counter retinol. This is it. I think sometimes we think over-the-counter products aren't as good as full-strength retinols. They're really good if you have super sensitive skin or you're prone to irritation. I would go for an over-the-counter retinol, because gently is sometimes so much better than going for that hard and fast quick results, which can really trigger that inflammation and sensitivity, which actually takes your skin backwards. So I always say work on what's best for you. Ali says, hi Rob, I love your videos in the Facebook group. What's the best nighttime moisturiser for dry acne prone skin? First of all, thank you so much, and lovely to see you over on the Facebook group. I think when you've got oily acne prone skin, keeping with the same moisturiser you use during the day is just a good option. I think often we think we have to up the thickness of our moisturiser for the evening. If you've got dry skin, that's a great tip. In the evening, I just use that same moisturiser I use during the day. The Blythe Pressed Serum, great. I'm loving Garnier's B-Bomb, moisturiser. So many lightweight gel moisturisers. If you do want a little bit extra hydration in the evening, put a rosehip seed oil on first, then top it off with your gel moisturiser. Oh, so good. And rosehip seed oil won't clog the skin either. Marie says, I was wondering, can I use peptides and benzoyl peroxide together? I personally wouldn't. I would use your peptides in the morning and your benzoyl peroxide in the evening. If you're washing the benzoyl peroxide off, so it's in a face wash, fine. If it's a leave-on treatment, it's probably the one thing I wouldn't use in the same routine as a peptide, because it is just so harsh on those peptides. Panos, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, my love. It says, have you tried the Murad Vitamin C Triple Exfoliating Facial? I haven't. That's a mouthful, and usually the products with the longest name I usually actually really like, because they're impossible to pronounce. So I will give it a go, but I haven't actually tried it. I haven't tried anything from Murad. I've seen them advertised a lot on Facebook recently, so I will look into them, definitely. Melenthia, welcome, my love. Happy Saturday, and thank you so much for joining. Kira says, I'm in my 50s with redness-prone, dry, sensitive skin, and I've never used retinol. Do you think starting with Bakuchiol would be a good idea? I know a lot of skincare influencers, YouTubers are a bit snobby when it comes to Bakuchiol and think it's not as good as retinol. In terms of the scientific studies, it is as good. It is proven to give similar outcomes if you use it twice a day. I think we forget you can't just use it in the evening like you do a retinol. You have to use it morning and evening. But it's such a good option for people that can't go for retinol. Yes, I think if retinol's an option, go for it. If you have very dry skin that's prone to redness, I think Bakuchiol is such a good option. It'll give you... There we are. I think we're back. I'm so sorry about this internet connection. It's like the world's worst. I will fix it for next week, guys. Thanks for being patient with me. Kira, so I think Bakuchiol is a great place to start for people that are sensitive to retinols or worried about incorporating it. Don't miss out on the benefits. Get a Bakuchiol. Just remember, use it morning and evening. I think we miss out on that. We read these scientific studies and we ignore the fact you need to use it twice a day to get the same benefits from using retinol once a day. Chris is so excited for the heat wave. Finally, amazing weather. First of all, Chris, this tells me I'm way behind with the comments, so sorry guys. Second of all, I'm all up for the heat wave, Chris. I live next to the beach. A walk along the beach is my favourite thing in the world. Hello LXEP, welcome, my love. Let's have a look. what we are. Marjana says, are you going to be receiving the vaccine anytime soon? I've had mine. I've had both of mine. Had it in January, just by choice. I volunteered at one of the vaccine clinics. There's stuff left over at the end of the night, and they offered it to the volunteers, so it didn't go to waste. So I actually felt lucky twice and had mine back in January. So I was done way ahead of time, because normally I'd be waiting quite a bit. And it was nothing. It was literally nothing at all. I know a lot of people have had side effects, so if anyone has, then obviously sending lots of love, and I hope you feel better soon. I didn't. Maybe I felt a bit groggy the day after, but nothing too bad. I just felt it was really liberating to have it done. You know, I always think, you know, you do you, and I know people have genuine concerns around things, and I'm not here to shape one way or the other. I felt it was really liberating, and I was just thrilled to have it, because I think, you know, we started to feel more positive. It's certainly here in the UK, it's feeling a bit more positive, and I'm reaching out to anyone who's in Europe. I know things aren't necessarily looking as positive in some European countries in terms of the direction of travel for things, so I'm sending out lots and lots of love, because I know how difficult it is, and I think sometimes we lose sight of the fact everything's global. Like, you know, one thing that happens in one country, you know, impacts everything else. So I'm sending lots and lots of love for anyone that is looking like they might be going to another lockdown or having some extra restrictions placed on them. I'm sending lots and lots of love. I've got friends in Germany that I know are looking like things might be going in the wrong direction in terms of restrictions getting more harsh, and it's so difficult, particularly around Easter, when people want to, you know, share this with their family and friends, and it can be so difficult. So just sending out lots and lots of love. And I always think we're here as a community. It's been so difficult the last year on people's like mental health, and even just, you know, feeling a little bit down because everything, you know, you hear all this negativity and stuff. So we're here for anyone. So anyone that wants to reach out, and if I think fangirling over a bit of skincare, even though skincare, you know, people say is really trivial, I think just having something you enjoy and being able to fangirl with people that like the same interests is a really important thing. This group has kept me sane, so I'm sending out lots of love, and we are here for each and every one of you. So reach out if you are having a difficult day. Reach out on the Facebook group. Just, you know what, we're all here for you, and, you know, we can definitely chat and support each other. Let's have a It's Gal says, hi, I'm really struggling with dark spots at the moment. Can anyone help a good vitamin C? Vitamin C works really well, but I honestly think the video that's coming straight after this on tranexamic acid is a must for anybody that has dark spots and hyperpigmentation, because using tranexamic acid alongside your alpha-arbuteins, your vitamin C's are just going to double down on the benefit you can get from them. Straight after this video, at 7:30 UK time, so in 40 minutes time, it directs straight away over to the video. It's only 10 minutes long, and it's definitely worth watching to see if you're missing out on tranexamic acid, because I looked at other tranexamic acid videos out there, and there's just so little on the ingredient, and the ones there are just baffling with science. So I kind of want to break it down and share with you how it works and some of the best products that I really love with it in. If you have time to join us, you're more than welcome. I'll continue to chat as we go along with it. If you don't, just, you know, go over there, give it a like, and then bookmark it. You can always come back to it. But yeah, straight after this video, we'll be talking tranexamic acid, and I think that's the best when it comes to dark spots and hyperpigmentation. Lucy says, I actually adore the little blooper bits where your internet doesn't work. Well, I'm glad you love them, love, because there's a lot of them in this video. I'm going to move the whole kit downstairs where we get better internet next week, so hopefully we'll iron out those little glitches. Tom says, Mehmet, which I hope I pronounced your name, just approved you. Welcome to the group. Amazing. Tom is like the world's best multitasker. Anyone that says men can't multitask haven't met Tom, because he's approving people into the Facebook group as you join as we go along. So if anyone does want to join, you can get instant access by clicking on the link in the comments. Let's have a look. Hi Rob, is the Make Prem sunscreen like the La Roche-Posay fluid? I love the Make Prem sunscreen. The smell alone is enough to sell me on the product. It's lightweight, it's mineral, so anyone that's concerned about chemical sunscreens, it's a great mineral alternative, and it just works so well on my skin. I'd say it's similar to the La Roche-Posay fluid in terms of the texture and how it goes on. Different components, and it's not a like for like, but in terms of just texture, it's very similar, and I totally recommend it because it's cruelty free and they're a great brand. So Rob, you always look so good and put together. I can't imagine you even more time. Thanks, I'll take that as a compliment. I make myself put together for the benefit of this group. When you see me drag myself out of bed at 7 in the morning, I don't look put together. Ian, welcome my love, and happy Saturday. So glad you could join. Anna, so glad you are joining. Says, hello Rob, I was looking forward to this all day. Do you know, I'm so with you. I wake up on a Saturday buzzing because I just love so much to sit down and chat with you about skincare and share my favourite skincare finds and things like that. So he said, after your video, I tried the azelaic acid serum from Face Theory. It does burn quite a little though. Is this something that will improve with time? So it's quite a high strength azelaic acid, and so you do get that prickling and tingling. One thing you can do is to keep it in the fridge before you use it, which will dial that back and make it a little bit more soothing on the skin. You can also put a moisturizer on first and then put it over it, and that'll just minimize any irritation that you get from it. Over time it will decrease, but if you kind of want a quick fix to that prickling, and almost like someone's like snapping sort of, it's like someone's snapping rubber bands against your skin for like 5 minutes after you use it, put it in the fridge beforehand, or put a layer of moisturizer and then use it on top, which will help. Sophia says, Rob, do you have any thoughts on the RNW Ceramide Plus Serum? It's got ceramides and copper peptides. That sounds great. I haven't tried it. I haven't even heard of that, so I need to check it out. I watched all these videos back the day later, and anything I promise to try, I'll make a note of. So I'll check it out, because I haven't heard of it, but I love ceramides. I love copper peptides. It sounds like a dream product. Amy says, hi, can you use Neod Survival Zero and Subskin in the same routine? Yes, yes, yes. And they go so well together. So I would definitely recommend you use them in the same routine. Jenna says, hello from North Carolina. Sending lots and lots of love, Jenna. And I cannot believe we have hit over 100 subscriber likes already. So we're at 114 likes. So if you haven't hit the like button already, now's your chance as I take a sip of this really nice tea. This is from like Whittards, which is a brand here in the UK. They were supposed to be closing down, but they seem to still be around. So that's really good, because this is their like, I think it's like their orangey blossom tea. It's so good. Tia says, hi, I'm sending lots of love from Hawaii. Ugh. I could just imagine myself on a beach in Hawaii. So I'm sending lots and lots of jealousy and love over to Hawaii. I hope you're having a great day. Keep Beauty Real. Hello, my love. Thank you so much for joining. And if you haven't checked out Keep Beauty Real's channel, definitely worth it. Such good content. Such good content. Discovered it about a year ago. Been fangirling ever since. So definitely worth checking out. Brenda Arbe says, hi, Rob. My skincare routine isn't very extensive. It doesn't need to be. Sometimes minimal routines can be some of the best. I use 3 to 4 products other than cleansers, but I'd like to start using peptides. What ingredients do peptides or copper peptides not work well with? They work well with everything bar benzoyl peroxide. If you want to use them alongside a vitamin C, I just make sure there's a product in between them, but they're pretty much used well with everything. There's this myth that you cannot use them with anything. You can. You just need to make sure that the pH on the skin is right. So if you're going to use a vitamin C, then I would make sure there's a product between your peptide and your vitamin C, and avoid benzoyl peroxide, because that can mess with it a little bit. But everything else should work so well, and I would encourage everyone to look at peptides. I did a whole video on peptides in skincare that's worth checking out if you want to know a little bit of background, some of my recommendations. But I say that peptides have been the best thing I've included in my skincare routine. Abiona says, hey Rob, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, my love. Christy, my first Face Theory order got lost. They offered to refund or reship. I asked to refund one moisturiser because it was too overzealous in my ordering. Within 20 minutes, it was done. Amazing customer service. I agree. You know, I think all brands have mistakes. You know, something getting lost in shipping. It happens, you know, nothing can prevent that. And so the fact they turn around and say, do you want it back? Do you want a refund? The fact they did you a part refund, part reship, this is amazing. And I know somebody, just while we're fangirling about Face Theory, which I love, I know somebody that tried their Amelc Whip, which is my favorite moisturizer at the moment, and it was too much for their skin. It's got some actives in there and it was too much for their skin. So they said, okay, it doesn't work for you. Do you want your full money back, cash, no voucher rubbish, cash refund, or do you want us to send you our new moisturizer for sensitive skin? I know they opted for the sensitive skin moisturizer, which works really well, but I think for a brand to be so confident in what they're selling being so good that they'll offer you full cash refund, no obligation, money back, or an alternative product, I just think is really good. And that's the sort of brand that I would want to buy from and deal with. You know, the number of times you have to fight for a refund and they offer you a voucher, I'm over that. I think brands should just put the customer first and offer a full cash refund. And I think that's great customer service. Thomas, welcome. Sending lots and lots of love to France. If you ever want to expand your upcoming skincare line, could you definitely create a line of teas? I agree. I am a tea fanatic. I used to be all about just PG Tips, which was just my go-to, or Yorkshire tea, which I love. But I'm trying some really new blends and stuff. I love tea. I think that's the English guy in me that fangirls over tea. And I always say I've got some friends over in America, and I always say, I know in America they don't really do, they call it hot tea in America, which is weird because we just call it tea, but I guess iced tea is more of a thing over there. I always say experiment, just go try as many different ones as possible. I love them all. Ian says, hi Rob, is the Face Theory Azoclear an oily serum? The Geek and Gorgeous Azelaic serum is water-based, thanks. Yes, so whilst I wouldn't say the Azoclear serum is oily in the sense, it's much more thick and creamy than the Geek and Gorgeous Azelaic derivative, which is much more serum and water based. So I think if you've got very acne prone skin, start with the Geek and Gorgeous, which will work so well, and then you can always dabble with the Clear, which works well for me, and I have oily skin, but I think start with something more water based first. DM13 says people are missing like 50 likes in the video. This is it. I always say to people, if you get the opportunity to hit the like button, I would love you forever. But you know what? There's no obligation. But yeah, just do it to help a guy out. That's all I say. Dominique, welcome, my love. I'm so glad you could join. Papula says hi. New subscriber here. Sending lots and lots of love. What products would you recommend for hyperpigmentation? I love you guys. I haven't set this up. Like, I genuinely haven't set this up. So many people asking for hyperpigmentation. And it always leads to a perfect segue into the video that's coming after this live, which is on tranexamic acid, which is one of my favorite ingredients for hyperpigmentation. I would say if you want an all-in-one treatment for hyperpigmentation, just use one product and money isn't an issue. Reach for the Neod Repigment, which has worked so well for my hyperpigmentation. If you want to cut down on the cost and you don't want to spend Neod prices, I get that, then look to combine multiple actives. So go for a tranexamic acid and an azelaic acid together, which will just work wonders for you. I think mixing products is a great way, but I would say tranexamic acid is the unsung hero of hyperpigmentation. Works on so many levels, and even if you don't have hyperpigmentation, it brightens the skin as well. So even if you're just looking from that like lit within glow, tranexamic acid is a great option. So I think it kind of gets lost in the skincare because it's a little bit scientific how it works and people kind of switch off, but it works so well. So hopefully you'll hang around for that video, which is in half an hour's time, and you don't have to do anything. Once the stream ends, it seamlessly segues you over to that while we continue the conversation there. And I think tranexamic acid is such a good product. I'd love to include it in my own skincare line, but I've kind of locked in the products that we're using. But I'll probably come out with a tranexamic acid, and if I was to create a product for hyperpigmentation, I think I would do a serum which contains azelaic acid, tranexamic acid, and a peptide all in one, which I think would be a great product to tackle hyperpigmentation. Sarah says, have you lost weight? Your face looks slimmer. Oh my god, Sarah, you're my hero. I love you. Thank you so much. Not intentionally. I think we all, let's not lie to ourselves. I think we all put a little lockdown weight on. I've got a couple of friends that actually lost weight in lockdown and I hate them. I might never speak to them again. I think we all, when lockdown hit, we did a bit of comfort eating. We didn't do as much exercising as before. And I thought, do you know what? We're emerging into the big wide world at some point this year, and I just want to shift a few extra pounds. So I did a few exercise, just kind of cut back on some of the snacking that kind of crept into my life during lockdown. Again, I've noticed a difference, so it's really nice of you to notice. I haven't been on like a health kick or anything, because I don't think they don't work for me. I just thought maybe going back to my pre-lockdown lifestyle, just to gradually ease our way into it. I don't judge anybody that's put on the lockdown pounds, because do you know what? It's been I nearly swore then, I never swear on this channel, so I stopped myself. It's been a very difficult year for a lot of people, and I think, you know what, if the odd French fancy cake or bag of crisps helps you through it, who are we to judge? But yeah, I have been trying to be a little bit healthier and trying to kind of just get back into a bit of like the old routine. Walks on the beach have been like my saviour, and it's so good. Like, I forget how good getting out and, you know, enjoying a bit of fresh air can be. So thank you for noticing. Natasha says, hi, at 33, should I include copper peptide in my routine? Yes. Short answer. Easy one. Yes. It's never too early to start peptides. I think you should always have a peptide in your routine. Copper peptides, I say over 30s, you know, when we're looking to be a bit more serious about our skincare. And I know I'm in the same age bracket. I know how we start to feel that first loss of elasticity around the jawline. Copper peptides will be your best friend. And Paddy says, yeah, when it comes to the clocks, spring forward, fall back. This works really well. The fact we don't call it fall, we say autumn, it doesn't work quite as well, but I do remember that in my head. So you're right, spring we go forward. So clocks go forward tonight if you're in the UK or Sweden, because I remembered it's in Sweden as well. Alison says, hi, can you recommend a cheaper alternative to the Medik8 Crystal Retinol? I can. If you go to Geek and Gorgeous, their retinols are, I would say, they do two. The lower strength one is the equivalent of the Medik8 4. The higher strength one is the equivalent of the Medik8 6 or 8 or 10 would be my recommendation. I have lost where we are in the chat. I always do this. So I'm sorry. I'm going to try my best to kind of find where we are. But if I missed your question, if at any time I miss your question, just leave me a comment below, and I'll get onto it straight away. So Kay, welcome. My love Monica, I'm so glad you joined. Thank you. Adam, welcome. Thank you so much. So anyone that is just, I'm going to do a shout out. Adam Robert Lamb, one of the best YouTubers when it comes to skincare, just as passionate as I am about skincare. We have to do a collab and a meetup when all the restrictions are lifted in the UK. A is Northern, which is a big tick in my book, because I'm a Northern and I'm totally biased, and he loves skincare as much as me. So if you haven't checked his channel out, definitely check it out. Just did an Indeed Labs review that I was watching before I actually jumped on this live, so I've got to watch the second half. But anyone questioning Indeed Labs, that is such a good review, and definitely would recommend it. So thank you for joining, Adam. You're a star as always. If I've skipped anyone's questions at all, because I sometimes, following the chat, can get a little bit distracted, just leave them in the comments below and I always get back to everyone. So for Ash says, can I use both niacinamide and salicylic acid together? Yes, if you're super oily, that'd be a really great combination. Have a look. DM13 says, when are you giving us a collab with Adam? I would love. I've got so many collabs I want to do. I guess 2020 hasn't really been the year for the collab. We kind of all had to live in our houses and our bubbles, so it hasn't really been the year. And whilst you can do collabs over the internet and do it through Zoom and all that, I think it kind of loses some of its appeal and the way it works, for me anyway. So there's so many people I'd love to collab with, and Adam is firmly on the top of that list when we're able to. Yoshi, welcome. Quick question. Can I use azelaic acid from the Geek and Gorgeous after my retinol? Yeah, absolutely. You can use it before or after. It works really well either way. It doesn't really matter. Azelaic acid is one of the easiest things in the world to use. So yeah, Tom says, everyone check out Adam Robert Lamb's channel as well. It's great. Yes, definitely would recommend you checking his channel out. Such a good guy and really great content. And we kind of have basically the same skin, which is why a collab would be so good, because every time I'm having a breakout, I go over to Adam's channel and he's breaking out as well. So I'm kind of like, I feel like the Zit sisters. We tend to have the same breakouts, and it's kind of nice that we share the same love of skincare and skin type, which should make a collab really easy. So I will definitely get around to sorting it out, everyone. Can PHAs and mandelic acid be paired with vitamin C? Yes. Easy question. Some of these questions are really easy to answer, but they're still really good questions, because I always say, if you're thinking it, there's 1,000,001 other people out there with the same question. And yeah, PHAs and mandelic acid go really well with vitamin C. Ash says, I'm very happy to see you doing a live stream. Do you do these often? Ash, great question. We do them every Saturday, 6 PM UK time, and we just sit down and we chat. Straight after them, we do the daily upload, so you can continue. And we do it as a premiere, so I keep chatting throughout it. So depends on how long the daily video is as to how long we answer questions on the live stream. Today we've got a full hour and a half, so we've got a lot of time to get through questions. Sometimes it'll be a little bit shorter than that, but yeah, we definitely do a minimum of an hour every Saturday, and I'd love to see you guys there. I am going to be doing, at the request of quite a few people, I've asked to do like a Facebook live chat for the Facebook group. I'm going to do that in addition to this as well. I need to set it up and work out how they work. But if you're a member of the Facebook group, yeah, we're going to do a Facebook Live as well, which I'd love to see you all, because it's a little bit more of a tight-knit group as well, so it's really great. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, do that so we can continue our Facebook Live there as well. Georgiana says, I would love to ask you about how I can incorporate more products into my skincare routine. My evening skincare routine is currently the Face Theory Oil Control Set. I actually think the oil control set, if you have very oily skin, is a great place to start. If you want to ask any questions, hop over to the Facebook group and ask it there, because it's not just my opinion that matters. People over there are so kind, and they'll share you all their thoughts and feelings and products they love, and you get a real breadth of skin types and product recommendations, and I'll obviously throw my recommendations in as well. So ask it over there, and honestly, you'll be flooded with feedback, which hopefully you'll find really useful. Suzanne, welcome, my love. Sending you lots and lots of love. Chris, I'll see a collab. I think I'm getting the impression, guys, that you might just want me and Adam to do a collab. Fine, I give in and I'll do them. Hopefully by July or June, we will have a lift. If, fingers crossed, every prayer sent that, things continue as they are, we might have the lifting restrictions, and I would love to film a collaboration. And, here in the UK, we're both in the UK, and I would love to film that. So yeah, I will definitely get on with sorting that. Sarah says, for wrinkles, which could be best between collagen and Q10 serum for the Inky List? If you've got rosacea, prone, irritated, dry skin, I would actually say both of them work really well together, and they'll both supercharge your hydration. If you just want to use one and you don't want to spend on both, collagen would be my preference for wrinkles specifically. Leah says, what's the best Korean summer under 20 euros serum? What's the best Korean serum under 20 euros with niacinamide? I'd have to have a look and see which are my favourites, but I'll leave a comment below after the filming this video to let you know. There's so many ones out there that I love, so I will definitely let you know what, and I'll leave you a comment below. Nia says, darling, I'm not skin sensitive. Can I mix alpha-arbutin with 100% L-ascorbic acid? Yes. You can. If you haven't got sensitive skin, you can. I think using the powder, I love it, the ascorbic acid powder, but I think using it is for people that don't have any skin sensitivity. If you have sensitivity, you have to be a little bit careful. But yeah, for us that have that don't have any rosacea and have robust skin like me, it's a really great option. Jenny says, would love for you and Adam to do a collab. You two are the most amazing people. Thank you, Jenny, my love. I'd love to do it. What collab should we do though? I'm just thinking, 20-minute video of us fangirling over our favourite skincare and swapping. I think that'd be a really great idea. That'd be my preference. Keep it chill, keep it relaxed. That'd be my preference. But any suggestions for the collab, leave it below. Rive says, it's a fantastic combo. Thank you for... I love these live streams because not only is it me talking, I love that you answer each other's questions and comments and share it. It just makes it a really nice experience. So thank you so much. And this is one of the busiest ones we've had. I know lots of people dip in and out depending on what they're doing this evening. If you miss any of it at all, it's all on replay afterwards, so you can join it. I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea because I don't want it to get cold. As this gets more green, it gets colder. So I'm going to keep drinking it. If you haven't already, hit the like button. We're at like 130 likes. I'd love. We've got 25 minutes left of the live stream. I'd love to get to 200 likes. I don't know if we'll get there, but we'll do our best. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. Now, Kira says, thanks for your answer, Rob. It's a pleasure, my love. I'm confirming it's not a silly idea. By the way, the Facebook group is great and very friendly and helpful. It is so friendly. I see so many people say, I don't do Facebook, it's toxic. I don't like social media, it's toxic. Some elements of social media can be totally toxic and just positivity draining. Not the Facebook group. It is just filmed with people that love skincare. I think more than ever, what the last year's taught us, without getting too deep and philosophical, is, the world can be a lonely place when you don't have, people to connect with. And we haven't been able to connect in the same way we normally would. So having a group of people that just love skincare, I find totally liberating. And I love to share it with you guys. We even just talk about how we arrange our skincare. I'm all in favour of that. You know what? Like anything skincare related is on that group and I love it. I do want to shout out, everyone that's been there from the beginning, but any of the new joiners, welcome. Pamela says, I don't think pure 100% L-ascorbic acid exists, and if it does, I want to put it on my face. So it does in the terms of the powder, but you have to mix it. I absolutely wouldn't put it on the face in the powder form. I mix it with my moisturiser. I use it on the body more than the face because I like a vitamin C derivative on the face. L-ascorbic acid for the body, great. Mixing it with my moisturiser, slather it on, does so much for that discoloration on the body. Let's have a look. Belong says, hi from Germany, thanks for your well wishes. No, I'm sending lots and lots of love to everyone who maybe is going into more restrictions and stuff. And I just say, we're here for you. We are here for you wherever in the world you are. You've always got a skincare friend in this community. So join us and, let's just fangirl over skincare. ZK says, hi, I have niacinamide, the buffet, scorbaglucoside and adapalene. Is azelaic acid even needed for my post-acne pigmentation? I would say it is if you're not getting the results you want out of the ones. You've got some great products in there that are going to help with your pigmentation. If you're still wanting to kick it up a notch, I think adding either azelaic acid or tranexamic acid would be a really great benefit. Both would work so well for you. It's personal choice. You said that the ordinary ones make you itch. I think azelaic acid does generally give a little bit of an itch or a tingle. Keep it in the fridge. The ordinary one maybe isn't the best one for you. Switch to another one. Either go for a derivative which won't give you that tingle. The Geek and Gorgeous one is my favourite. Or keep it in the fridge and that'll just dull down that little bit of itch that you get from it. Suzanne says, I was pretty sore for the first 2 days after the first vaccination, but totally worth it. Yeah, I didn't notice anything. Maybe I did. I think looking back, maybe I did a little bit, but for me, I was totally worth it. So thanks for sharing your experiences, guys. And I would say, you know what, when your time comes, discuss it. If you've got any doubts at all, discuss it with your healthcare professional. I know they're there and I know they're answering questions day after day. I encourage everyone to, we read so much on social media and I think you know what? Speak to your doctor, your healthcare professional, and get the answers from them. Is what advice I would give. Nina says hi. I hope you're doing great. I am Nina. Thank you so much. Leah, hi from Germany too. Got a good German contingent in, so sending lots and lots of love to Germany. Let's have a look. Sarah says thanks for volunteering, Rob. It's people like you that enable me to open up my school and students again. Yeah, do you know it was a pleasure volunteering? I volunteered at the vaccination centre like 3 or 4 times. It was I had to stand out in the freezing cold. Didn't like that bit. But it was really nice just meeting people. And what was really weird about it was people went in a little bit like, it was cold, it was winter, it was dark. People went in a bit like, ugh. But came out totally uplifted. Like, I feel like they felt like it was a weight off them. So if you get the opportunity to volunteer, I loved it. I thought it was absolutely great. And it was kind of a way of me, I think sometimes we feel a bit helpless with everything going on. And how do we actually help? If you're not a doctor, how do you actually help? And there's these little things that, I don't know, it made me feel a little bit less helpless and like I was volunteering, and it was I really enjoyed it. Loads of people to talk to, and actually because I'm quite a social outgoing person, not being able to talk to people every single step of the day because we've been in lockdown, I actually just find it really nice to, even though it was behind a mask and it was just taking people's name and address, it was nice to have that bit of interaction. DM30 says, guys, yeah, go check out Adam Robert. Definitely recommend that. Adam says, hey, a collab would be great. Looking good, by the way. Thanks. Yeah, I'm here for the compliments. I always say that. Yeah, Adam, I will contact you. We've got to get a collab going. Once all this is over, we have to get a collab going. We've been saying it for a year. Once the restrictions are over, this will be the first thing. Something to look forward to after all the restrictions end. And he said, do you have any suggestions for a lightweight moisturiser for acne-prone skin? Yeah, totally would recommend the Blythe Press Serum. The Garnier Hydration Balm, also a really great option. Love both of them. Both cruelty-free and both work really well. The Blythe is my favourite, but it's a Korean brand that can be a little bit difficult to get your hands on. So if you can't, Garnier, most people can get a hold of. Let's have a look. Let's have Leah, what is the best career? Oh, we've covered that one. Maylee says, hi, late to the party, but happy weekend, hon. Thank you so much, mate. Sending lots of love to Oslo, where I imagine it's a little bit colder than it is here in the UK. So I hope a little bit on the warmer side. Annika says, looking forward to the collab. I'm looking forward to it now. I'm actually super excited now for that. So that'll be great. Rachel says, I love Whittards. I do. I think their teas are great. When they went bust, I was like, oh, I hope they don't disappear. And they haven't. I think they've kept quite a few of their stores and you can order online. Totally recommend that tea. Let's have a look. Revi says, what's the favourite products for the body, especially since summer's around the corner? It is, and we might all want to get beach ready. We might not be able to go to the beach, but in our head we can be beach ready. I would recommend buying the world's cheapest moisturiser. We spend so much money on our bougie body products and they often don't add a whole lot. So I would definitely recommend for the body, get yourself a really cheap moisturiser from the drugstore that is you can lather on and really go to town on it. I would definitely recommend buying, if you want, the L-ascorbic acid powder by The Ordinary, because you can add a few scoops of that into your body moisturiser and that'll just help brighten the skin on the body as well. You can also use scrubs on the body. If you miss that manual exfoliation, never go near your face with a scrub, but on the body it can be fine. I love the coffee scrub by Frank Body. I also love the Face Theory one. Check that. I did a recent Face Fit Theory haul. I love their scrub. It smells like holidays. If you can't go on holiday, that is like the closest thing you'll get to a holiday. It smells divine. It's like pina coladas on the beach. So good. And I just get that, and that'll just give the whole body a lift and just feel so great. Let's have a look. Leah says, do you answer the questions on the live chat? Yeah, absolutely. If you're here live, if for whatever reason I miss your question in any way, obviously I try to follow them in order. I don't always succeed. You know, I try my best. Just leave it a comment if I miss your question in the comment section below and I will always get back to you. Suzanne says, Stratis Liquid Gold is a substitute for Crave's Great Barrier Relief, was just fabulous. Plus a buffet from copper peptides. I agree. So here in the UK and in Europe, it's really difficult to get Crave's Great Barrier Relief, which is a great product. I just wish, Crave has been around for like 4 years now and they keep saying they're going to go international with the shipping and they never have, and it's a shame because it's such a good product. It's a great barrier relief cream. But the Stratia Liquid Gold, which I love, it's in my bathroom now. I haven't got it on me, it's in my bathroom because I use it every day. Such a great barrier repair, also hydrating, calming, soothing, great option. Would totally recommend it as a dupe for the Crave Great Barrier Relief. Annika says, isn't this just the greatest group of all times? I say this, and I'm sure all YouTubers say this, and if they don't, they should. But I say this from the bottom of my heart. I have the best subscribers in the world. Like, bar none, and I would fight anyone to the death that dare to say otherwise. My subscribers are so amazing. You guys honestly mean the world, and it's such, even though, you know, everyone has those down days, and I just look at this, I look forward to this every single week, and the Facebook group is just full of positivity and all the good stuff. So if you're having a down day, just declare it on the Facebook group. And then, you know what, we can all fangirl over some skincare and get over it together, would my recommendation. Jill, welcome. Drinking peppermint. I love peppermint. That reminds me, I'm going to, before it goes completely cold, and we're getting there, I'm going to have another, this is a divine. I'm so good. I have been experimenting with teas because I just think, I always drink the same tea on this chat every week, and I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So if we've got 15 more minutes, I'm going to get through a whole lot more questions, so keep them coming. If you haven't already, click that like button, subscribe. If you like what you see, subscribe. There's nothing stopping you. And I'd love to see it. What I love is on this screen, I can see all your comments and stuff, which I go through, but also like the average watch time. So many people watch the whole thing from start to finish, and I love you all so much. And if you don't, if you have to dip out, you know, I know tea's calling, dinner's calling, kids are calling, work calls, all these things happen. If you miss any of the live chat, it's uploaded straight away afterwards, so you can miss any of the bits that you do. Let's have a look. Annika just crossed paths with my dishwasher, and I thought, wow, breakdown, then I could buy the LED mask and sing with you and Tom. Guys, let's go back to this original comment. I said I'd touch the base. So Tom has the predicament of new dishwasher or fixing the old dishwasher versus LED mask. Get the dishwasher, Tom, and get the mask as well. But all I'm saying is get the dishwasher, because I tell you what, there is nothing worse than having to, if you've had I've never had a dishwasher, so I don't know what it's like to have one. But I know if I got one, I'd never want to wash a pot again. I'd never want to wash a dish again, which is why I've kind of never got one. And I have got an LED mask. I'm using the one from Peppico, which is good. It's not the highest strength one out there, but I am, even if it's just for the relaxing, I put the anti-acne fighting one on in the evening and just sit there for 15 minutes. And whether it does everything for my acne, I don't know, but I feel totally zoned out for the 15 minutes I use it. I feel totally chill, and I go to bed in a really good space. So actually, do you know what? I'm enjoying it. I think it's too early to tell whether I'm seeing the results. I'll be really interested to see what Annika says from the one that she's using. It's too early to see the results yet, but I'm absolutely loving it. Let's have a look. Barbara says, I've lost all the comments again. I always do this. I end up skipping through all of them, so I'm really sorry. I'm going to go back and find out where I got to. Here we are. So Samantha says, I love your channel. I'm using the Enquiries retinol. I already use it on damp skin under my moisturizer, but I would like to increase the strength. I was thinking of applying it under slugging. Slugging is okay if you have very dry skin. If you don't have dry skin, I find it a little bit clogging, and it's not the most pleasant thing to do in my book. If you want to increase the strength of your retinol, I would honestly alternate it. Keep using the Enquiries retinol every other day, but go for a higher strength one on the other days. Something like the Geek and Gorgeous Retinal will be a really good option. I think the best way to increase the strength of your vitamin A derivative is to just get a higher strength one and use it in conjunction every other day with the product you're already using. That'll minimize any sensitivity because your skin's already used to it. That would be my recommendation. Barbara says, I'm unsure if you've already talked about this in the past, but have you ever considered laser or electrolysis hair removal? My facial hair hurts and irritates me when I'm long and short. I haven't. I guess lucky. Well, I'm not lucky if I want to grow a beard. It's just not possible. I've never had the whole facial hair. I don't have a big old beard, 5 o'clock shadow or anything like that. I also have this great bald patch here, which just is totally bald. No idea why. I'm living it. I'm rocking it. I'm styling it out. Have I ever wanted to have laser hair? I haven't, but I do know a lot of people that have had it done. All I'd say is, it's a little bit painful. From the people I've heard, it's a little bit painful, but they got some really great results. So I guess it's personal preference, but I can't speak on it because I've never actually had it done. Let's have a look. Rose says, hi Rob, have you tried the La Roche-Posay Tinted Mineral Sunscreen? Do you know if it's independently tested? And have you tried... So let's go for that one first. So La Roche-Posay do release all of their data on their sunscreens. And so whilst not every one of them has gone through independent third-party testing, all the ones that have passed. So you can be pretty sure that La Roche-Posay are on top of their formulations and they're a reputable thing. And that gives me confidence with them. I don't use them because they're not entirely cruelty-free, but that's personal preference. If that's not a prerequisite for you buying them, then they are a really great sunscreen option. The Tinted Mineral Sunscreen I found didn't work perfectly with my skin. It kind of was a bit dark, which usually tinted sunscreens work for lighter skin people and not for those with darker skin tones. But actually, I think this one, that that one, it's kind of on the darker side. So I actually found it was a little bit too much for me. And I went for the Inky List one, which I just found worked better. Their tinted one just worked better for my skin. Laura says, Rob, besides Earl Grey, what kind of tea do you like? I like any tea. I would try any tea. I love Earl Grey. That's like my absolute favourite. And I think it comes back to my granddad, who's no longer with us, but his favourite tea was Earl Grey. And so whilst I was too young to really drink it and stuff, I just remember the smell, and it kind of reminds me of the great times I spent with him. So that's kind of my favourite tea. I love Yorkshire tea because I'm a Yorkshire boy, and anything, if you put Yorkshire on anything, I love it. Like literally, it can be the worst thing in the world. Stick Yorkshire on it and I'm raving about it. But in terms of like fruit teas, I like peppermint, but I actually quite like, I grow mint in the garden, and I quite like to just snap the tops off some mint, stick it in some boiling water, and that's my favourite peppermint because I kind of find it uplifting and I love it. And peppermint, just if you have chickens, I keep chickens and they will eat any herb in the garden. They just go for it, decimate your herb patch. The only thing they won't eat is mint. So if you keep chickens, you're safe with mint because they, for some reason, they eat it, they pick at it once and then they realise they hate it and they never go near it again. Annika says, I still can't believe your dishwasher broke down. I can't believe, Annika, that Tom's dishwasher broke down and he's now contemplating getting an LED mask instead of repairing it. I genuinely think, 2 weeks of washing pots by hand, I'll put you right off the idea. James says, Neod repigment is fab. James, I totally agree. It's fixed my pigmentation so much. I love it. It's expensive and there are other options you can go for, but I always think if you go for another pigment corrector that's a little bit more inexpensive, they'll work, but it might just take a little bit longer to see those results. A Mason, it's been a difficult year, extra care to everyone. Yeah, extra care. And I think sometimes we think we're all coming out of it, we're all good, we're back to normal, and we're not. You know, we still have to be mindful, so we are all here for each other. I love that. And Tom says, him and Annika must be related with the dishwasher issues versus the mask. It's first world struggles here. It's first world struggles. Nia says, please let me know if you can use alpha arbutin mixed with 100% ascorbic acid. Oh, I think I've already answered that one. You absolutely can. Let's have a look. DM30 says, Annika, what I loved is the argument with your husband. Yeah, I think if you want to treat yourself, am I totally sold on LED masks? No, but you know what? If you want to treat yourself, sometimes just the experience, if it's possible, of treating yourself to something, I just think lifts us up. And if it's the thing that makes you feel amazing about yourself, go for it. And I'm all in favour of it. Charisma says, sometime is on all of Europe tonight at 3. So yeah, I think most of Europe is going forward with their clocks tonight. So happy summertime, official start of summertime. Yes, we lose an hour of sleep, which I'm not happy about, but it's the start of summertime, so I'm all in favour of that. Now we've still got 7 minutes left of the live before we go to today's video, which is on hyperpigmentation and treating it with tranexamic acid. I hope you'll all join me for that, but I'm going to answer a few more questions, so do not worry. If you haven't already, this is your last chance to click that like button and see how many likes we can actually get up to, and I'm going to finish off my tea and then round off by answering some more questions. Let's have a look. What's the let's suggest a face vitamin serum, please. I love all serums for face. I would probably go for azelaic acid. I think that's the best serum you can include in your skincare routine, but I'm biased because it's my personal favourite. HK says, hi Rob, I get so confused when I see people say to apply hyaluronic acid or moisturisers on damp skin, why I apply serums or exfoliators on damp skin after cleansing. What is the order? I always think everything should be applied on damp skin if possible. It still works if you apply it on dry skin. I just think it works better on damp skin because it locks in that moisture. Aniket says, hi from India, sending lots and lots of love to India. Hannah says, whoops, just woke up from a nap. Evening, everyone. Evening, my love. Naps are all good. I would never want to deprive anyone of their nap. I'm glad you can join. Anything you missed out on, you can catch up on the replay. DM13, yeah, reminds us that we go through the questions in order. If you haven't had your question answered, I will get through it in order. If you ask it like more than once or repeated times, it just clogs up the chat. So if I ask, don't do that. If you just ask it the once, I will go through it in order. And if for whatever reason I missed your question in any way, just leave it in the comments below, and I always go back after these lives and answer the questions straight away. Sandra said, you made me find Adam's channel and I really like his content. I know, I think the skincare community on YouTube is amazing. Everyone's so friendly and supportive, from the huge creators like Hiram through to the smaller creators like myself. I just think we all get on so well. It's just really great to see all that. ES says, I'm 16, can I use salicylic acid? Absolutely. I think it's a great age to start with an exfoliator. Salicylic acid if you're acne prone, oily. Go for something else if you have drier skin. Anna says, hey, hope you're doing good. Is Supergoop Glow Stick worth it? It's fine. It's not a bad product. I personally think there's some better products out there in terms of the price point. But yeah, it does what it needs to do. So if you want to try Supergoop, it's a good product to try. Have a look. Yeah, thank you very much for DM13 for reminding people. Just the one question. It actually makes it really difficult. If people ask more than one question, it the question time and time again, it clogs up the chat, so it's actually really hard for me to follow, which means I miss other people's question, which I just, I don't want to do. So, and Tom's on it as well, Tom will keep everyone in check as well. So thank you so much for calling that out, guys. Nathan says, how do you feel about lizards? What if one was right behind you? Weird question, and I'm fine with lizards. I don't get freaked out. I don't get freaked out by things. Spiders, snakes, lizards, I am all good, and I'm pretty chill. Doesn't bother me. So no, I am fine. Jill says, I don't know, Adam, off to subscribe after this one. Definitely do it. The lizard question was weird, but no, I'm pretty chill. I don't find anything. I've got a massive phobia of bath mats, which is weird in itself, but I'm fine with lizards and creepy crawlies. Jessica says, hi from Canada. So glad I finally made it to the live chat. Do you have any recommendations for eczema on the eyelids? Jessica, sending lots of love to Canada. I think eczema is a really difficult thing to treat, and I would say whilst things like products with oat can be really helpful and beneficial, I would always encourage people to see a professional, a doctor, dermatologist, esthetician, to get the proper diagnosis and work out what's best for you, because it's one of those things that I just think is really great. But oat can really help as well, so getting something with oatmeal in will really help, and that's clinically proven to support with inflammation and sensitivity with eczema prone skin. But I would always encourage people to go and reach out to a professional to get that proper diagnosis and just get to the bottom of it. Krista says a collab between you and Cassandra would be great. Again, difficult because we're in different countries, but I would definitely be open to it. Me and Cassandra have different approaches to skincare, but I love the fact she's fully cruelty free. I get a lot of my recommendations for cruelty free from Cassandra Bankson. I like her energy. She's up there in terms of the energy, which I love. So yeah, I'd be definitely open to that. If she reached out, I'd do it in a heartbeat. The only thing I use Facebook for is the Facebook group. Thank you, Anna. And this is it. If you don't use Facebook a lot, still join the group. We'd love to have you there. Sarah says the Facebook group is really exceptional. Great bunch of people. It is such a gorgeous community, and the fact that you guys share so many products and skills, I learned so much from that group. It's not good for my wallet because I buy so many products because of your guys' recommendations. Let's have a look. Lily says best cleansing balm for getting rid of makeup and sunscreen. I really like the what's it called? The Juno Skin Cleansing Balm. It's like the Clean 7 Cleansing Balm. So good. The Inkilist Oat Cleansing Balm, also good. Either of those are my go-to. I love the Juno Skin one, though. It's been one of my favourites. And if you're in the US, they've got a sale on at the moment, so you can jump over to their US website and get some money off. So good. Now, we have 2 minutes before we all get seamlessly segued over into today's video, which is on tranexamic acid. So I've got time for one final question. You don't need to do anything. I click the end stream button and everyone gets seamlessly moved over to today's video. If you want to learn a bit more about tranexamic acid and hyperpigmentation, how good it can be just for brightening skin, hopefully you'll stick around for that video and join me over there. It's a live premiere, so I'll keep chatting as we go along. If you don't have time for it, just hop over there, click the like button, and then you can always watch it back at your leisure. But I definitely think tranexamic acid is something most people are going to want in their skincare routine, so it's worth checking out. Final question we've got from, so Monica says, I love the Clean Zero Cleansing Balm for getting rid of waterproof sunscreen. That is such a good balm and so good for waterproof makeup and sunscreen. I really would recommend that. Really good. Annika says clocks go forward, not back. This is my final reminder to every single person out there that's in Europe. Tonight the clocks go forward. I said they go back, and I was looking forward to a lie-in. That's been taken away from me. They definitely go forward, so don't forget tonight. Now I'm going to end the stream and move everyone over to today's video, which is on tranexamic acid. If you haven't clicked the like button, you can do that now. Click subscribe, and we'll move seamlessly over to today's live stream. If I haven't answered your question, I'm so sorry. Just leave it in the comment below, and I'll get back to you either tonight or tomorrow morning. I love hearing from you guys, so just leave me a comment below, and I'll answer it straight away. If I missed your question again, apologies. I do my best to answer in order, but it's not always possible with everything. anything. So just leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you straight away. We're going to move seamlessly over to today's video. You don't need to do anything. You'll be shifted over there. I didn't do it right last week, so sorry about that, but I've made sure it's done right today. And we're going to go straight over. We're going to talk about tranexamic acid and how I think everybody needs it in their skincare routine. I'll see you over there, guys. Take care. Bye.